Hey, welcome back to Still Learning Life Lessons and the Line. My name is Amber. I'm your host as usual. And sorry, my guest has me
Facial
thinking what.
expressions.
Yes, exactly. This is where we talk about being first responders. We talk about health and wellness, life in general, and some BS to fill in the gaps. And here again, back by popular demand, or just because I knew he would say yes.
Yeah. There's no.
There's no fan club for you.
Well, no. It's
Okay.
and it, there's a
And
fan
my
club for
buddy Cody,
you.
I should introduce you. Cody, for anybody who maybe did not see your first interview podcast.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was good.
It
Yeah.
was good. Hey, so talking about BS to fill in the gaps, I got to ask you a question. Okay? Because
I like where
there's a
this is
reason
going.
I'm asking this. Do you call this tater tot hot dish or tater tot casserole?
Oh, it's tater tot hot dish for sure.
Okay,
And
because you're from Minnesota.
yeah, and if there's anything other than just corn for vegetables in it, you're wrong. Some people put mixed
Well,
vegetables in there, and that's the incorrect way to make it. So
okay, well, when I was looking at vegetables in my freezer, I had a thing of mixed vegetables, so that's what was happening because I wasn't going to go
you
to the
put
store just to.
so
So yeah.
okay, so you have mixed vegetables in there.
Mm-hmm.
See, I learned something new about you today, and I mean,
You don't like it?
like I said, if it's anything other than just corn, you're wrong.
You don't like mixed vegetables in general, or you don't like it in the tater tot
In
casserole?
general, in general.
Oh, in general. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Here's the thing. I don't do cooked carrots. However, if it's in like a mixed vegetable thing, it's enough that I tolerate the taste of it. Well, no,
Okay,
I shouldn't even if it's in with mixed vegetables, I will eat it because I'm getting all my other veggies.
sure.
And I forget I kind of like not
The
focus on the fact that I'm putting cooked carrots in my mouth. Yeah, no.
no.
So, okay, so that was my question because you're a Minnesotan and
Hmm.
I'm an Iowan. So this is a hot dish to you.
Correct. Yeah. What is it to you? Casserole.
Tater tot casserole.
Ugh.
See, in Iowa we make casseroles.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I don't mind.
Yeah. Yes. In this house, we serve the Lord and we eat casseroles.
Yes.
I totally just made that up. That it didn't sound as stupid in my head. And then when I said it, that's when I was like,
Well,
okay, maybe not. Maybe not funny.
no, it's great. I so here's- so okay.
I like that. No, it's great.
I, it, So this is two encounters here recently where I stopped into one of our local bars to just say like check on the bartender because it's late at night. They work alone in there. Stop in, fill up
So
my
you're
water
talking
bottle.
like at work.
I'm at work. Yeah.
On patrol. Okay, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So I'm on patrol. So I stop in, say hi, whatever. um, I get to talking to some of the patrons right at the end of the bar where I'm filling up my water bottle and we're having a decent conversation, and all of a sudden this guy is like he's talking to somebody and they're saying their goodbyes or whatever, and they decide to like it's a guy and a gal and it's clear that they're on a date. She leaves and it's going on probably 11:30 midnight, and all of a sudden this guy strikes up a conversation, and he's like, yeah, so what do you say? Gosh, he goes, but I accept Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. Recently I just made that decision, and I was kind of like, that's very interesting. Like, I'm happy for you. Why did you blurt that out? and I don't know. It's always it's interesting because I'm a Christian. I believe in God and all of that stuff, right? It was just it caught me off guard so much because I've never had a conversation with this guy, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, do you
Is
hear
that
that?
Berg or
That's Murph. I don't know what she's doing. I hate her for it though. Every night.
Murph wants to be on the podcast?
No, she doesn't. She's over on the other side of the room. She's not even anywhere near me. I literally think she's barking at Virgil because he's probably got some bone that she wants to chew on. Oh, yep, that's exactly what just happened. She's over there trying to get the bone from him.
Your kids are fighting.
This is...
It happens. My kids were fighting this morning.
Ooh.
Before school.
Before school?
And after school.
Naturally. You have to fight all day long.
Well, no, they were in school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what happens there in school, but yeah, before school and after school, yeah. So yeah. This morning I left it alone. I closed my bedroom door and I was like, I'm just going to let them yell at each other. So I closed my bedroom door this morning. I'm like, I'm just going to let them yell at each other, and they're big enough they can handle it.
Sort it out, yeah.
And then this afternoon when it continued, I'm like, okay, time to be a mom, I guess, and figure this out. And then referee, and then I ended up with like all three of them mad at me. So
good for you. That means you're doing it right.
I'm doing something, right, wrong, or otherwise. I don't know.
Yeah, near as I can tell, you're doing it right. So
yeah. So, anyways, okay. So the dude at the bar, he said he recently accepted Jesus.
Yes, and I was like, cool. Oh, I don't know why we're having this conversation immediately, but that reminds me, I got to go take care of this call that I have. I mean, I did have to go take care of. I had to go make a phone call, because there was a follow-up phone call that I needed to make. It felt a little out of place for you to start telling me about Jesus when we're in a bar, and I just watched you end your date.
No, I get it. To just blurt it out. It's not like it was part of a conversation.
Right.
Just to just blurt it out like that. Yes.
Correct. Which, I did off duty at one of our churches in the city a couple weeks ago, and I walked into the sanctuary just to because I'm there to ensure, I'm there to make sure that if something bad happens, we can eliminate the threat as fast as possible, right? Safety for everybody. So I just happened to step into the sanctuary just because, I need to, I felt like I needed to. And I get in there and I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to get out of here. I'm going to start crying if I'm standing here, and I should not be crying in the sanctuary when I'm in uniform working off duty, right? And I went in there for a couple different services. I went in there for each one at different times, and each time I had this overwhelming feeling of oh man, this is really heavy for me. So I ended up in between one of the services or two of the services, I sat down on a chair in the sanctuary, and the sermon was about building the boat, right? And it was about Noah and the ark, building the boat, and he's like, and the pastor was saying Noah built the ark for 120 years, right? And he's like, could you imagine doing anything for 120 years? And he talked about starting things is human, but finishing things is biblical. And so the message was to build the boat, right? Build your boat, whatever that is. And I was like, man, what boat? I'm sitting there praying, asking God, what boat do I build? And it was really interesting because in the middle of me sitting there praying, I feel a hand on my shoulder, and I look up, and it was the very last pastor that had been up in the front of the congregation say, like, he asked people, like, hey, everybody go ahead, close your eyes. Like, if you feel like right now is the moment where you want to surrender your life to Jesus Christ, please raise your hand. We'll have some of our prayer leaders in front here come around and just make contact with you, right? So that way we can go through the process. And so when I look up and it's this pastor standing over me, I'm like, oh my gosh. And again, it was like, I told him, I'm like, I'm just sitting here like praying, asking which boat do I build. So it's not that it was just such an odd place to like throw that out there. I was like, ooh, kind of caught me off guard. So like, again, I don't have any problem with that at all. In fact, for somebody
Correct.
who's
Yeah.
right, who I'm literally asking what boat do I build, because I've got a number of things that I want to do and like parts of my life that like I would like to do more of. And so like where does that focus look? And my answers come pretty recently here, so that's kind of an interesting revelation. So
And actually that sermon, right, that speech right there reminds me of I actually have it on my Instagram, Ecclesiastes. I think it's 7:8, I believe it is. And I have it on my Instagram page. But anyways, it's all about it's not about how you start it or how it starts. It's all about how you finish it. Finishing your life, finishing your road with Jesus, finishing whatever, and it's all about getting to that finish line and coming out strong, kind of a thing. And it's not about how you start it, and the journey is there, the ups and downs, whatever, but it's all about how you finish it. And so that kind of reminds me of that.
yeah, that's a good point.
So, but no, I get that though, when you're in a bar and a dude's date just left and all of a sudden he's just like, I believe in Jesus. Good for you. Same.
Me too, homie. Be blessed.
I gotta go. I gotta go make a
what do
call.
the kids say these days? I had somebody say bless up.
Oh.
Yeah, so bless up, homie. I don't.
Is that like if somebody would be like, bless your heart?
I don't think it's like that. I think that's because that's the Southern version of kindly go F yourself. But I hope you've been using bless your heart like in the most genuine and sincere form, and people are just like, man, that woman is just downright rude.
The only time I ever use that is like if I'm joking around with somebody and we're just being smartasses back and forth.
Yeah.
And that's about I don't say it that often because it's a Southern. I'm not,
Yeah.
it's not something that it's not part of my repertoire. Did I use that word right?
Well, I would probably use the word vernacular or lexicon.
Vernacular I've heard of.
Yeah.
Okay, I will look up those words after this podcast.
Because if I remember correctly, lexicon is the standard language used by like a group of people. So like the military has its own lexicon.
Oh, okay.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
So.
Okay. So it's not part of my lexicon because I didn't grow up in the South where it was like part of things that we said and heard and whatever. Yes. Yeah. Whereas tater tot casserole is part of my lexicon.
Good use. Yeah. Way to bring it back to the casserole.
I know.
We call it tuna casserole. Because tuna hot dish sounds terrible.
It does sound terrible.
Ugh.
Okay. So you
Oh,
do so you do have some casserole in
yeah,
Minnesota.
yeah. I mean, and plus what you have to make that dish in a casserole because you can't make like it's not a hot dish. Like you don't say grab the hot dish out of the cupboard
Okay, but then why is it a tater tot hot dish?
because it's served hot. I don't know. Obviously, hot is that's the main reason.
But you don't take a hot dish out
Well, no,
of
because
the
if there was a
cupboard.
hot dish in the cupboard, it would burn the cupboard.
Right. So why is a
It's a casserole.
tuna casserole and not a and the tater tots a hot dish?
I don't know. I
Because it's part of your lexicon.
There are things I know and there are things I don't know, and that's one that I've never really. I guess I've never felt the urge to investigate it
Hmm.
and really like dig into. Like I'll go down some rabbit holes. Like I don't know.
Like us talking about tater tot casserole right now.
Well, I was thinking like the Las Vegas shooting.
Oh, you're going
Yeah,
down a rabbit hole? Okay.
yeah, I've been down that rabbit hole.
Are we talking about
The concert?
yeah, the Caesar's
Oh, wait,
Palace or whatever. Was it no, Mandalay.
yeah, Mandalay Bay. Yeah.
Mandalay Bay. Yeah.
Yeah, there were four military helicopters in the area that turned off their transponders, like their black box, like their GPS.
Mm-hmm.
Dark for like 20 minutes in the area. I don't know. Seems fishy to me. There's actually a map that you can, if you Google like Las Vegas shooting map, there's a map you can pull up with all of the data, police reports, all of it, and like it's kind of like an overlay on Google Maps. So you can click on like different places, and it will give you like witness reports from that spot.
So, and not that we're gonna go down this rabbit hole. I will stop you before we get too far down the rabbit hole.
Okay.
But are you saying that there's a possibility we knew this was going to happen, or
I'm saying that it's implausible that one man was able to pull a 400-pound pane of hurricane-proof glass out of that hotel room and then sustain the rate of fire that he did. And having heard belt-fed machine guns and fired them, what I hear in that audio is not some guy with AR rifles and a bump stock.
so you're saying there was more than just him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying there's a lot of data that doesn't add up.
Okay. Well, we'll stop there.
Oh yeah, we don't have to get into it because
Only because anybody who disagrees with you, I don't want this to come as like hatred towards you.
sure, yeah, that's I mean,
You know.
and like I'm always this is the fun part is like I don't have any like I don't have any stake in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like so it's interesting to me. So I read
Mm-hmm.
about it. Not that I
Mm-hmm.
not that I have a hardline stance on it one way or the other, but
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's the
Mm-hmm.
like I think that's what makes the difference, right? Is I'm
Well,
willing to
so
listen
so
to
basically you're saying there's too much there's you don't have a concrete yes this is what happened or this is what happened because you just are open to the information and trying to piece it all together
yeah,
and okay,
yeah.
but it's not like you're 100%
No, and it's
conspiracy
certainly not.
theory this is
Yes,
whatever.
and it's certainly not in like I'm not saying it in a way that would disparage the families that that lost loved ones, right?
Oh, right,
I
right.
just think it's really crazy that it's the like it's the largest mass casualty shooting in America, and it just like went away. Right? Like it was in the news for like a week, and then it just died.
That's true. Yeah.
And
I didn't think about that.
that's really unfortunate because there's a lot of people out there that don't have answers to like really what happened unless they just
Right.
want to accept what
hmm
the government has told us.
Well, and there is a documentary that I watched. Was it called like 7 minutes or 11 minutes? Or I don't know, something. There's a documentary that I watched about that shooting. And I will say this, regardless of what happened, or regardless of how it came about, it's sad no matter what. Because the thing is, they have like actual body cam footage from the officers. They
Yeah.
have like cell phone video recordings from people. And regardless of if there was only one shooter, if there's more than one shooter, if there's whatever, the whole thing itself is just unimaginable and just sad
Yeah,
on its own,
absolutely. Yeah.
you know?
I don't
So,
disagree with that one bit.
right, exactly. So yeah, like I said, I didn't want to get down too far in the rabbit hole because I'm like, I don't want anybody hating Cody for this. Be like, oh my God, he's a conspiracy theorist.
Oh,
No, Cody is not. He is not. He's
I
an
have a
information
healthy
guy.
I have a healthy distrust of the news, of the media.
Yes, there you go.
That's
Yes. And that's a lot of it too, is, especially like even just local news, just locally when things happen like with our agency or a surrounding agency or something, and then you see like, the a news write up and it's like, mm, how about we wait for the official media release because that actually would be factual.
yeah. Well, so
Um,
and this is the problem with journalism, right? It's no longer like fact-based journalism. It's sensationalism. Is really what
mhm,
it boils down to, and that's the
mhm.
unfortunate part. Like,
And that's the thing. It's all about a headline grab. Like it doesn't
totally.
matter what's in the thing because a lot of times people just read the headlines
Well, think
and then
about
they don't even read the rest of it. It's like, so you want to put everything you possibly can into a 5 or 6 word headline,
yeah,
and then people are going off on their own little
yep.
theory on it.
Well, so I told you that I deleted social media, right? Like,
Yes.
I had deleted all the apps off my phone and all that. Last time we talked, that's where I was at.
Well, you said you deleted your personal Instagram and you still had your business one.
Oh, did it? Oh, okay. So I guess last month it was. I deleted all of the apps off my phone.
Oh.
So I deleted any social media app off my phone. Um, and the what I read was that if you can delete all of those apps for 2 weeks and not use social media for 2 weeks, it will reset your brain.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of like, I'm no longer constantly craving short form content, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because think about the videos that you see on Instagram. You
Oh,
know what
right.
the,
Mm-hmm.
you know what the algorithm pushes currently?
What's that?
3 to 6 second videos.
But I gotta tell you though, some of them are worth it. Like when you see the ones where people like slip and fall,
Sure.
like I'm sorry.
But the
I
problem,
will I will
yeah,
watch them all day long,
yeah,
and I will laugh so hard until it hurts because I'm
totally.
sorry, watching people slip and fall on videos,
It's
oh,
like,
it's the best.
yeah, it's like on Letterkenny. Fuck, I could watch kids falling off bikes all day, right? Like, that's funny.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
but the problem is your brain goes next, 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 right?
Mm-hmm.
So you start. I mean, what has it done to our attention span? And I
Right.
recognize it in myself. Where like, hey, I'm gonna research this new camera, right? Like the Sony A7 V just recently came out, and so did the Nikon ZR, right? Which is like a really interesting camera. But I watched some long form reviews on it,
Mm-hmm.
and the first couple times that I started watching those reviews, I was like, holy shit, just give me the like if you can't deliver a review of a $3,000 camera body in 30 seconds, I don't want it, right?
Mm-hmm.
This video is 7 minutes long. How am I going to sit here and watch this for 7 minutes? And that's where our brains are at. It's just like when Twitter switched from 140 characters to 280. Everybody was like, whoa. All these comedians were like, hey, I was really funny with 140 characters, and now you're giving people who couldn't be funny in 140 characters more space. Right? Seriously.
True.
I mean,
Yes. Yes.
that is legitimately one of the arguments that was part of why, or I guess it's X now, why it was a big deal for them to go to a longer format.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just really interesting that, again, I mean, watch kids. They know, right? Parents who are holding 1-year-olds,
Mm-hmm.
they're holding 1-year-old with one arm and holding their phone with the other, and they're scrolling. Watch that
Mm-hmm.
baby. That baby will start to do this, right? They just start flicking at the screen because that's what they.
Interesting.
And so, what are the neural pathways they're creating for those children in terms of
This
attention
is true.
span? And like,
This is true.
it's a manufactured imagination versus, back in the day when you and I were kids, our imaginations were anything we could anything we could ever think of. And then as we
Right.
get older, the reason our imagination goes away is because we become creatures of habit and repetition. So like you take the same way to work every day.
Mm-hmm.
Stop building neural pathways that say like, oh, I should take this route because this is a different route. And I might see something differently.
Oh, I never even thought about it that way. Because yeah, I mean, I take the same route to wherever I'm going to work. If I'm going to the store, if I'm going to whatever. Yeah.
Because it's usually the fastest and most efficient way.
Yes.
Same way our brains process information, right? Once those neural pathways are set, they're set until we do something to disrupt them.
Yeah, because like the way that because I live out in the country, so the way that I take to go to work is the way to get there, avoiding the city,
Sure.
which is not like metro by any means, but but it's avoiding town. It's avoiding the
Yep.
traffic, the stoplights, the this and that, and it's the way around town. Honestly, it would probably, if I went through town, it would probably only take me like 2 or 3 minutes longer. Um, but I'm avoiding people. I'm avoiding the town. I'm avoiding stoplights. I'm just going to work.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting. Except for this morning, I did go a different route because I had to go in this morning for a meeting at 9:30, and so I did go a different route this morning because I wanted to stop at Scooters and get a coffee before.
Oh yeah, you got to get a scooters.
Yeah. So I got me a Scooters.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Which,
Yes.
again, like, it's just something that I actually think about it because I will drive laps around my city, right? Like I'll drive the very border of the city as best I can, like in the furthest most spots. But I notice that go right down the middle of the city. I go east on the very southern edge, north on the.
You're talking like when you're on patrol, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And I always drive the same route around the city. I don't think I've ever done it the other way.
Okay, next time you work, you're going to do it the other way.
I think I'm gonna have to. Yeah.
Because you gotta
Neural pathways.
exactly. You gotta do whatever it is you gotta do to the neural pathways.
Yep. Got to reset them. So yeah. So I got rid of all the social media stuff, and I like now I find myself going, if I have Instagram open and I am looking at it for more than 3-4 minutes, I'm like, oh my God. Phew. And I just throw my phone and I find something else to do. Because my brain is no longer dependent upon that, like, and it literally is, it's a dopamine hit, right? Like
Oh yeah, for sure. For
so
sure.
my brain if you can cut it for 2 weeks, like, it's amazing.
And that's the thing. Like, I wouldn't say I'm addicted to social media by any means. Like, I can, I can shut it off. I can put it
Yeah.
aside. I can put it down. Um, but yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I do once in a while if I'm like do, or if I'm just sitting there watching TV, just chilling, whatever. It's like instant. Grab the
Yeah.
phone.
Right.
You
Commercial
know?
comes on. Boom. I got to look at my. Right. I got
Yes.
4 minutes now to scroll. Who cares?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I'm also, very good about like say one of the one of my daughters walks in for a conversation. Okay, phone is down.
Yeah.
I'm looking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Well,
I'm an in-betweener. How about that? I'm an
sure.
in-betweener.
And I am too. Like I still like ultimately I turned off the notifications for messages and all that stuff. Like I have no notifications. I put Instagram back on my phone.
Hmm.
But I don't have any notifications for it.
I was gonna say because you did have a story on your
Yeah, the muskrat that was
so yeah, for anybody that doesn't know, his Instagram handle is was it run and run
3 feet photo is my business one, and then the other one is run and error.
that's the one I was thinking of. Yes, the run
Yeah.
and error.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay, so speaking of running, because
Yeah.
you do for those that don't know, Cody does mega marathons, is that what they're
Ultra
called?
ultra marathons
Ultra, yeah, where it's like you go and run like 50 miles for no particular reason.
for no good reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you go running, do you run the same path?
Um, Not every time. No.
Okay.
And if I do, I will vary the directions that I run. So
Hmm.
it just depends on kind of how I'm feeling. Like around my house here, like if I go one way, the hill climb is a more gradual incline
Mm-hmm.
and just like a steady state climb. Versus if I go the other way, I have a heavy incline, but it's a lot shorter. So it just depends on which way I want to run it. So if I want to run downhill
Okay.
really fast for a short period of time, I go that way. But if I want to like the other way is I have a really hard incline, but then I get a long descent that allows me
Mm-hmm.
to maintain a longer or a quicker pace for a longer period of time. So
Okay,
it kind of just
that's fair.
depends. Yeah, and then like longer runs, um, I usually run down by the Minnesota River, and I'll go one way one time and go the complete opposite way, and just
Mm-hmm.
depends. Or sometimes I drive to a completely another part of the Twin Cities here and run a brand new route.
Because you got to reset those neurotransmitters.
I just don't want to get bored,
This is true. Yeah, yeah,
right?
this is
Like
true.
because at some point, you know, I'll know like, okay, well, I've got a big incline coming here, so I'm going to conserve energy into it, run hard up it, and then take a quarter mile for recovery, and then
Hmm.
then it's a descent down back down to the river. But then I gotta like
And then you lose your lights.
I lost my light. Oh no. 1 second.
I bet it's Murph.
No, it's not the cat.
Now it's just me. You're stuck with me because we're waiting on Cody. He's having some sort of technicality difficulties. Oh,
Lighting
there
and
he is.
technical issue.
He's back.
Yep, battery said no mas.
No mas. Well, and see, and that's the thing too. Like when I go to the gym, like when you're powerlifting and training for a competition,
Yeah,
it's like you have this. It's very regimented. It's very
yeah.
much like this. And every once in a while, when I walk into the gym, I'm like, I can't do this. I don't want
I
to do
got
this. I can't. And then I just do something totally different. And sometimes it's like,
yeah,
you know what? I will just go from machine to machine, or I'll just go the location I go to. They have like a basement with like just some random stuff. I'll do like, box jumps and things like
Yeah.
just random things just to change up the pace. And then it's the next day it's back to
Well, and you
my
have to,
schedule.
you also kind of have to do that with the body because otherwise,
Mhm.
it's like the early 2000s gym bro splits that everybody did, right? Like Monday's bench, every day, Monday bench, Tuesday back, right? Wednesday tries and buys, right?
And that's what I feel like a lot
And then
when I have a
Thursday's
competition
bench
coming up.
day. And then maybe Friday's leg day, but probably bench day again. And and so people did that a lot, right?
Mhm.
But your body eventually stops responding, right? Like you plateau
Mhm. Mhm.
because your body goes, cool. Today I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do a declining pyramid. I'm gonna start my bench at 135 at 10 reps for a warm up, and then I'm gonna do 8 at 175 or 185, whatever. And I'm never gonna see any growth because my body goes, this is just the exercise that we do.
Mhm.
So you're not
Mhm.
triggering muscle, you're not tearing muscle fiber, you're not
Mhm.
triggering growth. And so, and your body just,
Mhm.
same reason your brain goes like for running 3 miles when I was in the Marine Corps, right? We never ran a 5K for our physical fitness test. It was always 3 miles.
Mhm.
But once you hit the turnaround, you're like, I only got a mile and a half left. So like I'm past
Mhm.
halfway, might as well go full speed.
Right.
And like,
Mhm.
you know, you never really improved. You just kind of always ran the same unless you
Well,
really like went out and did speed runs and tempo runs and like you did the different style of running.
mhm.
I would run a usually somewhere in 20-minute 3 mile, and it was never any worse or any better in terms of
Mhm.
plus or minus 30 seconds,
Right. Right.
except for when I was in Iraq and then I ran an 18-14 3 mile.
Well, and that's like, when I take like a deload week, and that would basically be the equivalent of like deleting all of your,
Yeah.
social media. I mean, it's basically like
Yep.
resetting your body. It's like giving yourself a break, resetting, and then going right back into it, um, so that your body is more
Yeah.
energized and recharged. And yeah,
And so
exactly.
it's kind of fun because like the running thing is, if Garmin wasn't such a judgy bastard, I'd probably, but like, hey Cody, today's a base run and it's a 10:55 pace, and I'm like, oh, that is so slow. I just want to run faster. And Garmin's like, congratulations, you completed 37% of the activity within the target range. And I'm like, yeah, because I was running faster than 10:55 per mile.
Oh my gosh,
But
that's funny.
I'm following the marathon plan that they have because I've got Grandma's marathon coming up in June. So, but
Is that what's in Colorado? Don't you have one in
that's
Colorado?
the Grand Traverse.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's the mountain run,
And
and
how
then the
many miles
mountain
is that?
bike back. Somewhere in like 40 miles.
Okay.
It's
I
a
mean,
12-hour. Yeah, it's a 12-hour cutoff. So you just have to be done within 12 hours, I think.
I was gonna ask why, but then I'm sure there's some people who ask me, why do I lift heavy shit? Why do I throw my
Yeah,
hips out my back? Why am I at the chiropractor all the time?
that's why.
Because I can. I don't know.
Well, because you can't, like, you like to lift heavy stuff. I don't mind lifting. I just whatever. Like,
You, that's the thing. You're a runner, and I'm
but my
a
yeah,
lifter. Mm-hmm.
I think my brain needs the running.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And
that's,
that makes sense. Yeah.
I mean,
And see, my brain needs the lifting because, like, if I'm having a bad day, an off day, a
yeah,
mad day, whatever, I can go and just deadlift the shit out of heavy weight and be like, all right,
yeah.
I'm good.
Jiu-jitsu does that for me too. Like,
Ah, yeah, you do that too.
because
Yes.
there's like a big focus on like, let's just not let this person kill me right now. Like,
True.
you don't have time to go, man, I wonder what's going on with this at work right now. Because if you do, then somebody's going to choke the shit out of you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, you never want to go hands-on, but, in case you do, now you know.
yeah, yeah. Well, and then that's the other benefit of, going and when you go and train with your friends and you train at 95% and they're literally trying to choke you unconscious, when you go out on the street and you go hands on with somebody who doesn't train,
Mm-hmm.
like, as soon as you latch onto them,
I
this,
got this.
this is going to be a bad day for you, right? Like, it doesn't have to be a bad day, but if you choose to make it a bad day.
Right. Yes.
So,
Yes.
not that it's always, it's always interesting because I've had people ask, like, do you have to grab me so hard? And I always just think, like, I'm just wrapping my arm around, like, or my hand around your arm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I'm grabbing you too hard,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll tell you what, some of those moves, boy, people are like, okay, I can't go anywhere now.
I guess we're doing this. We're
Well, that's usually what I tell them.
Yeah.
Like, because
I
if
guess we're going 100% here.
if I have to go hands on,
Mm-hmm.
the worst part is, and like, this is one thing that I think people outside of law enforcement don't understand, is you can just as easily get your ass kicked by a 75-year-old woman as you can the 18-year-old state high school wrestling champ, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you treated that woman like she's a 75-year-old woman, despite the fact that she's a criminal.
Exactly.
For whatever
Yes.
reason you're having contact with her. Maybe she's not a criminal. Maybe it's whatever. Maybe it's psychosis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is. But you can get your ass kicked just as quick there as it is anywhere
Mm-hmm.
else. And
Mm-hmm.
so you have to, and then the big thing is, and this is the other like most understood or least understood thing, is ineffective force looks like excessive force, right? So think about
Okay,
it like
I
this.
see.
I mean, think about it like the hot button topic has been ICE, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they've got 6 people trying to get this person into custody. Well, they're all going like hands and they're kicking people, and it's ineffective because nobody's just tying them up and putting them in handcuffs. So it's ineffective force and it looks excessive. Whereas one quick takedown to the ground that looks violent, but
Mm-hmm.
it's over in a flash, and all of a sudden somebody's handcuffed and you're whisking them away
And it's done.
and it's done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
So,
not some long drawn out thing. Yeah, and it's
right.
done.
So that is effective force,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just over and done with. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
ineffective force looks excessive.
I never looked at it that way, but that makes
And when you
that makes
when
sense.
you make that switch, right, where you start
Mm-hmm.
to understand that, like, this is ineffective force. Now instead of going, well, that looks excessive, you go, that looks ineffective. Why aren't they changing their technique, or why aren't they
Mm-hmm.
changing to something else, right? I mean, I've never once seen anybody be taken into custody while they're being hit with a baton.
Right. Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
hands take people into custody.
That's right.
So, anyways, that's my soapbox on use of force in law enforcement. We got there in a real weird roundabout way, but
We've gotten to everything in a weird roundabout way. And it all started with my tater tot
it all
casserole.
started with, yeah. You know what? For
What?
jumping into this podcast without having any plans of what we were going to talk about,
Mm-hmm.
we've covered some ground.
And that's the thing. For anybody watching, we literally planned this an hour ago. He texted me and he's like, hey, could we do this in about 15, 20 minutes? I'm like, well, I'm in town. We can do this in about 30 minutes. Okay. We did not plan. There was no talk. There was no nothing. And
So
this
this
is
is
what
the
we did.
BS, right? This is the BS.
This is the BS. There's total 45 minutes of BS. That's what this is.
Hey, you know what? If somebody watches it and they get something worthwhile out of it, great,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Exactly.
Maybe they'll
Exactly.
maybe they'll come
It'll
back.
It'll get people
What
talking.
boat do I build? Right?
That's right. Yes.
Or ineffective force looks like excessive. Or neural
All
pathway.
right. Well, I'm going to wrap this up. That way it's not too long of BS for our listeners, our watchers, and go from there. So, but no worries, I will have Cody on again because I know Cody will always say yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll come back on.
For sure. Yeah. He's my go-to. When I don't have somebody else, he's my go-to. So, Cody.
That feels perfectly fine to me.
Okay, that.
Okay.
I didn't mean that as rudely as that sounded.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Totally cool.
Cody, I don't have anybody else. Can you be on my podcast? So, but we enjoy this.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Yeah. It's all that matters. Okay. Alrighty. Until next time, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having me. See ya.
Bye.